modifying this new panel discussion and conversation. I'm, for those of you who don't know, I'm Keith Ivey. I'm the chair of DC4 Democracy, and I'm glad that you are all able to make it. It's good to see such a great turnout. Before we get started, I do want to mention our most recent effort has been related to the Virginia elections. We had quite a few people going out there for the Virginia legislative races, volunteering for two candidates, Jennifer Wexton for State Senate and Jennifer Boysko for the House of Delegates. And both of those candidates won. So anyone who participated in going out canvassing, if you could stand up and be recognized. Or raise your hand if you want to. All of them, especially super volunteer Jonathan Silverman.
Yes.
Who's been volunteering for everybody lately. This great space has been provided to us by General Assembly, and I want to have Kendrick Jackson give you a brief explanation of what this Open GovHub General Assembly stuff is all about. Thank you.
Kendrick.
You guys okay? Can you hear me? Sir, in the back, can you hear me? You can? All right, cool. So my name is Kendrick Jackson. I'm the audience development producer here at General Assembly, and on behalf of GA at 17 campuses globally, welcome to our B space at Open GovHub. And so the question is sort of why here, why General Assembly, why Open GovHub? General Assembly is an education institution, started back in 2011 as a co-working space. And the concept was very simple. We'll give you some space, but once a month you have to teach a class on something, anything, it doesn't really matter. A lot of the people who were in this space were startups. So they could teach classes on HTML, CSS, design, mobile development, digital marketing, data science. Eventually, with organizations like WeWork opening up around the same time, getting a lot of funding, killing it with aesthetics, place is beautiful. We noticed that the demand was actually higher for the courses that we were offering. So we pivoted, and then we opened up multiple classes, more courses. Now we're in a situation where GADC, we opened up about a year and a half ago as one desk at 1776 DC. How many of you are familiar with 1776? Okay, excellent. So that's an incubator, accelerator, and co-working space that was partially funded by the DC government to help them sort of launch businesses in healthcare, energy, transportation, and education. So we've now taken over the entire 8th floor of 1776 DC, offering full-time programs on web development immersive, where Jeremy Coolish here, who is an alumni, and also product management immersive, which helps you take something from idea all the way to App Store and manage the entire life cycle of that idea. And then user experience design, where it focuses on how someone is going to be interacting with your website. Now, why is this all important to democracy? Why is this all important to what we're doing here? It's important because I'm working with another group called Code for DC, where they're working on extremely interesting problems that we're having. I had a problem where I couldn't find my ANC, and they helped me figure that out, and they were working on things like that. I have other issues where there are too many potholes or whatever. But we're in this position right now where this group may not have the money, but you may have the time to be able to learn some basic skills in computer programming, computer design, or project or product management to be able to say, you know what, I see this problem, I'm gonna take this open data that the government has, I'm gonna hack at it, and I'm either gonna solve a problem, I'm either going to get a job with this, or I'm gonna start my own business. And that's what we do. We take you from idea to App Store, we turn thinkers into creators, and we do that in either a part-time workshop experience, a full immersive program, and with that full immersive program comes an outcome. And that outcome is within 90 days, 90% of our students have a full-time job. And these are people who knew absolutely nothing about computers. Jeremy's a
I can
perfect
attest to
example.
that.
The other cool thing about Jeremy is he was like student number 6 in his class to get a job. Definitely, doing, basically, I'm not going to say how much you're making. I don't want to, have you in your pockets. But the way it works is he's at a point where after he leaves this job, the next job that he gets, the bare minimum is for him to ask for a 6-figure salary. And that's basically how it is. So that's why when you guys know about GA, that's why it's important for us to be able to continue to educate, because I think different. I have a different philosophy. I don't really believe in voter registration. I believe in like voter education. The problem with voter registration sometimes is like or education is you educate the voter, sometimes they may realize they don't want to vote for you. So I want to make sure that you guys are educated enough to be able to have the tools in place to be able to, if you feel like your elected official isn't helping you out, well then you need to go in and help yourself out. So thank you all for coming, and we look forward to hosting DC for Democracy in the very near future.
Thank you.
Oh, yes. Well, I didn't say very much about what DC for Democracy is for those of you who are new to it, but we are an all-volunteer political group. We're a progressive group, and we endorse local candidates who work on local issues, and public campaign finance is one of the big ones at the moment, and affordable housing, and of course, police reform. Those are the three main issues for this year. We do not have a billionaire funder, so we pay for pizza and such out of our very limited budget, and so we pass the hat at our meetings. So if you feel moved to throw in a few dollars, we would appreciate it. So tonight we're happy to have some panelists, one of whom we hope will show up soon. But we're going to go ahead and get started now. So,
It does about church. Are you saying?
our first panelist is Keith Shelton, and her vast experience and service to the people of the District of Columbia includes founding and leading a long list of very important organizations and projects, including she is Executive Director of the DC Mental Health Association, founder and President of DC Women in Politics, and she was Director of the Office of Human Rights, Executive Director of the Hillcrest Children's Center.
Louder.
No, we can't hear
Face
you.
this way.
Executive
Click the button.
Thank you. All right.
There we go.
Hey.
Sorry about that. All right. So she has been Executive Director of the DC Mental Health Association, founder and President of DC Women in Politics, Director of the Office of Human Rights, Executive Director of the Hillcrest Children's Center, co-facilitator, and the most relevant to tonight is she's the co-facilitator with George Lambert, who's the President and CEO of Greater Washington Urban League, of the Coalition to Reduce DC Violence, by recommending, among other things, the establishment of a DC Commission on Crime and Police Community Relations. And I understand also she was organized one of the first rent strikes in
Oh, you know me.
So she has a long history of
Oh, wow.
community organizing and getting involved in
Wow.
helping people who need help. So our second panelist is Trayon White. He's a graduate of Ballou High School and earned a bachelor's degree in business administration from the University of Maryland. Coached a Little League football team for the Boys and Girls Club, served as president of Praise Fellowship, while at the University of Maryland founded Bold Brothers for Christ. Joining the East of the River Clergy Police Community Partnership, he served as an outreach worker for several Southeast neighborhoods. In November 2007, Trayon founded and now serves as executive director of Helping Inner City Kids Succeed, HICS, which provides youth engagement and prevention activities for 300 youth and families a year in Ward 8. His focus is on serving people who suffer from the social impact of crime, violence, drug abuse, educational disparities, and poverty. He strives to address employability, character development, work ethic, life skills development, civic engagement, spiritual development, and critical thinking. And then our third panelist is not here yet. I guess I will wait and introduce him when he arrives. It's Ron Hampton. So our moderator this evening is former chair of DC4D Democracy, Jerry Clark, currently the chair of the DC Student Coalition, and currently currently our political director of DC4 Democracy. He's an experienced moderator. He has done a lot of, you may have seen him at candidate forums, so we're happy that he's able to do this tonight. This will be, of course, very different from a candidate forum, but anyway, I will turn things over to Jerry.